Hi, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving break. I hope you're off and I hope you're enjoying lots and lots of time with family or getting ready to spend time with family or friends or people that you care about. So, I started off my Thanksgiving break by driving down to see my mom, where I will be spending all week with my family, and I'm super excited about it. But on my way down, I started listening to an audiobook for a book that is one of the Sybil's nominees. If you don't know what the Sybil's Awards are, I didn't either until a few weeks ago. The Sybil's Book Blogger Awards are exactly that. They are a book blogger award, and they go to books and vloggers like me. We read them and we nominate them, and then we all read them, and then we decide who gets to win and who doesn't. Kind of like what I do with the Mav list, but there's a winner instead of just a list. And so I had heard some amazing reviews about this one book and how the audiobook was just absolutely fantastic. And so I was like, well, I've got a 5-hour drive ahead of me. I'm going to give the audiobook a shot. Oh my God. I have never, ever loved an audiobook as much as I did with this one. It was absolutely fantastic. So the main character, and I'm purposely not telling you what the book is yet, the main character has a stutter. As someone who has a speech impediment, it is amazing to see someone in a book with the speech impediment being recognized, but to hear it in an audiobook was like chills. It was so good. And the narrator is fantastic, and it's got a whole cast around it. I honestly didn't even want to read the book because I just wanted to do the audiobook forever. And I'm actually pretty glad that I bought the audiobook instead of getting it on the library website, because I love it. And I plan on listening to it again, probably when I'm not reading for time. And that book, in case you would like to know what it is, because I'm sorry, I have to. It is fucking fantastic. And if you don't read it, we cannot be friends. That book is Sadie by Courtney Summers. I was bragging about it on Instagram last night. I finished it last night. It is amazing. I loved it. So it is about this girl, Sadie, who took care of her younger sister, whose name was Maddie. And Maddie was 13 and Sadie is 19. And Maddie was murdered. And Sadie knows who did it. So Sadie goes on a solo road trip. And it's not really cross country, but she goes on her own. I apologize. That's my mom. And she goes on this trip to find the murderer, Maddie's murderer, and her plan is to kill him. And what I love about it, and what is so cool, is that she is very aware of her stutter, and she is very aware of how it comes off to other people and how she sounds to other people. But she's like, I have to do this, and I have to avenge my sister, and I have to do this for my family because that's all I have left. And so it flip-flops between Sadie's perspective and to a podcaster's perspective. And it's this man who's doing a podcast about small towns in America, and then somebody brings him this story about how Maddie was murdered. And along the way, he hears from Sadie's surrogate grandmother that she's missing. And please, will you find her? And please follow her and figure out what happened to Sadie. And the whole thing is because this woman says, I can't take another dead girl. So good. It was so freaking good. Like, if I could have more fingers to give it, I would, because it was amazing. Like, chills, heart tugs, crying, but at the whole time, like, I was like, I need to know what happens to Sadie. It wasn't even like, did she kill him? Did she get him? Did she avenge her sister? It was, I need to know what happens to Sadie. She is such a good character. I literally do not think I will ever forget Sadie because she's amazing. So Courtney Summers, we're besties now, in case you don't know this, because this was fantastic and I love it. I'm definitely going to buy my own copy now because it's so good. And Courtney Summers, if you are watching, please come to Austin or to Texas somewhere, because I need to hug you and tell you thank you, because this book, there's so many books that, we have stories about Hispanic women and women empowerment, but to see someone like Sadie, who has a speech impediment and owns it, I love it. I love it. I'm going to cry. I love it so much. So Sadie is so good, you guys. Please read it. Please read it. Give her your money. She deserves everything. I hope there's a movie, because it was just wonderful and beautifully written. And that audiobook, though, so good. The audiobook is only 7 hours long. And honestly, the book isn't that long. I started it, my drive on Saturday, and I finished it last night. So It's not even 200 pages, I think. It's like okay, it's 308. Either way, it's really good. Sorry, my excitement, I dropped things. So it's really, really good. Again, Sadie by Courtney Summers. Shout out to the Austin Public Library for getting it to me so quickly. And my next book that I started today is also a Sybil's nominee, and I'm super excited about it because I loved the first book, and that is The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy. The first book is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, and it's about a young man who is growing up, I think in like the 17 or 1800s in the Europe, and he takes his trip, and he is bisexual, and his best friend is who he's in love with, and his best friend has epilepsy. And back then, if you were epileptic, you were probably possessed. Yeah, right. Makes total sense. So in this book, The Lady's Guide, it is his sister's point of view, and his sister is a badass, and she wants to get into medical school, and she wants to be a surgeon, and she keeps getting turned down. But that's about as far as I know for now, because I just started it today. So that's what I'm reading, and I will talk to you soon. If I don't talk to you before then, happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody has a great holiday. Bye.